Hi guys, it's Mrs. Robeson, and I thought this might be a good idea to do some examples of different things you might have in your packet that you're struggling with. So I'm looking at this page right now. It's the percent proportion homework packet or practice, and I want to go through a couple of these with you. So let's look at number 1. It's asking what percent of 65 is 13. So what you need to do is you need to fill in one of these formulas. We have is over of equals percent over 100, which is the same as part over whole equals percent over 100. So first thing you're going to do when you have a problem like this is you're going to draw a bare bones skeleton that you can fill in. Now, what I like to do is I always know that without fail, 100 is going to go in the bottom right. I always fill that in right away. Then I look back at the question. What percent of 65 is 13? Well, right here, I know that they're asking for percent. That's what I'm trying to find. So I can put my x right where the percentage would go. That's what I'm trying to find. Now I come back to the is over of part of my proportion, also known as the part over whole. So I look back and it says, what percent of 65 is 13? 65 lines up nicely with of, and that's also my whole amount. So I'm going to put 65 down here. Which means I'm left with 13, and that lines up with is. That's my part, so 13 is going to go up top here. Now I have my proportion filled in and ready to solve. Now you just cross multiply. So I'm going to take 65 times x. I'm going to write that down here. 65x equals, and I'm going to do 100 times 13. And when I do that, I get 13 with 2 zeros, 1,300. Okay, so now you have this. Now you just need to solve to get x by itself. Well, to do that, we're going to divide both sides by 65. Divided by 65, divided by 65. 65 divided by 65 cancels out, so you're left with x equals, and then I'm going to punch in on my calculator, 1300 divided by 65 equals 20. So what percent of 65 is 13? Well, my answer is 20%. All right. Let's do one more together. So pardon me while I erase this board. Okay. Let's look at number 2. 4% is what percent of $50? So I'm going to set up my bare bones little proportion. I always know that no matter what, without fail, I'm going to put 100 down here. So I do that. Then I look back at the question and I see that they're asking for what percent. I know I'm going to be trying to find the percent, so I know that I'm going to put an X where the percentage goes. Then I look back and it's saying $4 is what percent of 50? So my whole in this instance is 50. I put that down here. And then my 4 is my is, that goes up here. Now it is set up and I'm ready to cross multiply. So I'm going to take 50 times x, so that becomes 50x, put down my equal sign. I'm going to cross multiply the other side. 4 times 100 is 400. Then I'm going to divide to get x by itself. So I'm going to divide 50x by 50, 400 by 50. That goes away. I'm left with x equals 400 divided by 50 is 8. And what were they asking? I go back and look to see if my answer made sense. $4 is what percent of $50? And 8% is my answer.